My name is Claire Smith, and I am the program director here at Open Door Art Studio and Gallery. Open Door is an open studio space for everyone, so everyone gets to make their own choices with what they're making, and it's very individual driven. Everyone's working on their own individual portfolio and whatever project that they want to accomplish.
My name is Christopher. I make portraits of someone you loved. You know, the woman one who's sitting on the bed looking through the window.
Chris started here a couple years ago, and he had a very recognizable style when he got here, so you could tell that his work was his. And since coming to the studio and over the pandemic, he's really honed his skills with what he wants to do and his color choices, and doesn't really need a whole lot of staff interaction anymore because he's become a little bit more independent with his art making. He's very self-driven with what it is he wants to make, and when he figures out what he wants to make, he is very focused on that. He always gets right to work as well. He's very much focused on what it is that he's doing while he's here at the studio. So it's really nice to see somebody that's motivated like that to, you know, sell art and be at the shows and get all his stuff done.
The top list is the standing on the ocean, the woman one with no bra. Well, she has her pair of things. Well, a little bit of underwear.
Okay.
And standing on top of closer to the mountain, closer to the sun.
Chris likes to work from photo references, and it was a woman walking out into the sunset from behind. She was kind of silhouetted, so you couldn't really see what she was wearing. And he gets kind of fixated on what it is that he's making, so he kind of comes up with titles for them himself too. And that piece was fantastic after he got all the colors in and worked on gradients and things like that.
I was so proud when I made it myself. My art is very beautiful and talented because I'm the real talented, and I'm the king of the art.
Chris comes with an entourage whenever he comes to the show, and he shows everyone all of his artwork, and I would really love to have that kind of outgoing nature when I'm making art. He is an inspiration to me to like show my work and be proud of what I'm making.
My friends call me Mr. T. I've been creating art for 5 years.
Mark was coming to the studio before I even started working at the studio, and on my first day here, he was over at the CAC, the Community Activities Center, which is another sector of our company, and he actually gave me the tour of the space. So he is an OG for Open Door. He's a staple of all our artists. And he's very independent with what he makes. He knows his style, he knows what he wants to make, and he is, you know, he just goes for it.
I created a big starship. It's from the Starship Enterprise. She gave me a big canvas, and she goes, go to town on it. And I went to town on it.
Mark can tell the tallest tales you've ever heard and make you believe them. I've heard everything from, you know, him meeting the President of the United States to him working with, like, living in, I don't know, just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And some of them are true. Some of the things he says are true. It's always surprising to find out which ones. He's got a great imagination, and he, you know, figures out what he wants to make and kind of sees things in a different way in his paintings. The way that he interprets the photo reference he uses is always very unique for Mark, and you can tell it's his style. He usually uses palette knives and lots of layers and lots of colors, and kind of layers those things to make a somewhat blurry image or like a distorted image.
Right now I'm doing a tombstone. And one of my friends, he told me he wants for his front room. He wants something to remind him about First War.
He really loves working on landscapes, and I think he probably watched a documentary about the Civil War at one point and was like, man, I want to do a painting of a Civil War battlefield because all those Renaissance paintings are so detailed, and he loves working on little tiny details, horses, people. A lot of his work is from historical painting references. So he's done a Mona Lisa, he's done Renaissance paintings. He really loves like Sir Francis Bacon. He did a really good Francis Bacon interpretation. So historical things are kind of his go-to when he's not doing landscapes. We have 7 shows a year, and they're all open to the public. Anyone can come into the studio at any time and purchase their artwork here. The artist receives 60% of the commission. The rest goes back to the studio to buy supplies. So whenever you buy a piece of artwork from Open Door, you're giving back to these artists.